I want to tell you. That's okay.
Rise for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Bunton.
Here.
Campbell.
Here.
Dempsey.
Here.
Ford.
Here.
Hill.
Here.
Crop.
Here.
Menser.
Yep, here. Okay, announcements, acknowledgements, reports, communications. Anyone have any? Okay. Adoption of the agenda.
I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Second?
Roll call.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Okay, public participation. This is the time you may address this body. All we ask is that you give us your name and your residential address, and you adhere to our 3-minute rule. So the mic is open. Okay. Right. Admit. Ruthie.
Well, you know, what can I say? Ruthie Stevenson.
I don't know. What are you going to say?
Ruthie Stevenson, 69 Bain Street. To the community and anybody else that sees this meeting, remember the last day that you can register to vote is October the 11th. Be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. And by that I mean, don't sit back and complain if you haven't been part of the solution. And by that, register and go out and vote, and that way you're saying what you need to say. And I know there's a lot of issues and things that's going on, but a lot of people have sacrificed their lives, and I don't care whether they were blue, black, white, or grizzly gray. Everybody stepped up so we could go to the voting polls in order to express ourselves in this nation under the Constitution. So on November 8th, go out and vote.
Thank you. Okay, approval of the minutes from the previous meeting.
Move to approve the minutes of September 19th regular meeting and the September 26th other meeting, special meeting.
Second?
Roll call.
Ford.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes. General business, 9A, request approval of an agreement between SMART and the City of Mount Clemens for the use of the Mount Clemens Park and Ride Lot. I need a motion.
Motion to approve the agreement between Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation and the City of Mount Clemens as presented, and to authorize the execution of the contract by the appropriate city officials.
Support.
Okay.
Attached is an agreement between the Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation and the City of Mount Clemens for the Mount Clemens Park and Ride Lot. The agreement allows riders of SMART's pilot program for the Regional Transportation Authority to utilize the North River Road Park and Ride Lot for parking. The service will operate 7 days a week, beginning at approximately 5 a.m. and end around 1 a.m. at the bus shelter at Main Street and Cass. This agreement has been reviewed by the City Attorney's Office.
Are there any comments or questions? Commissioner Menser.
You know, I just have some logistical questions. Running 7 days a week from 5 until 1 a.m., that is the lot where right now our farmer's market is. And I'm wondering how this bus traffic is going to impact the farmers setting up in the traffic in the farmers market.
For one, I was there and I saw the buses come and go, and there was absolutely no problem. There's enough space from the handicap parking to where the others park, where the bus comes through. And that was on a Saturday when the farmers were there. They had no problem.
Okay.
I don't know, Jeff, if you had anything, no? Okay. I saw it, and I was surprised to see it. I didn't think they were coming that way or coming in there, but,
Yeah, when you read the agreement, it makes it sound like they're going to utilize that turnaround in front of, you know, the.
yeah, they kind of go right around.
I
Yeah.
saw them Friday around 10 when I went for the farmer's market, and they did utilize that part of, didn't affect anything.
Didn't affect anything? Okay.
And
Any other-
also, I think in the agreement, the city can designate areas if it becomes a problem within that lot, you know, where they don't just park wherever they feel like parking. If it is a problem, we can designate they can only park in certain areas.
And they don't really park. I mean, they kind of, nobody's in to catch or get off. They just take off. I mean, there isn't much time that they spend there. So, okay. Are there any other questions? Roll call, please.
Hill,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
9B, request authorization to purchase tax reverted properties at 127 Court and 88 Gibbs. I need a motion.
Move to approve the purchase of the tax reverted properties at 127 Court and 88 Gibbs.
Second.
City administration is requesting authorization to purchase the tax reverted properties at 127 Court for $8,497.58 and 88 Gibbs for $6,481.97 from the Macomb County Treasurer's Office for a total price of $14,979.55. The plan is to utilize community development block grant funds to demolish the structures at these properties in order to stabilize and improve property values. The city attorney will review all title work and paperwork prior to finalizing the purchase of this property or these properties.
Questions? Comments? Commissioner Menser?
I just think that this is good news for the community in several places. Not only the Court and Gibbs area, what is that, precinct number 5 back there, but the fact that we're going to do Inches, a home on Inches and a home on Murdoch. I think this is a great utilization of the CDBG monies.
All right. Roll call, please.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
9C, request to disallow charitable solicitations within the public streets. Need a motion?
Move to approve the recommendation that the city no longer allows civic and/or charitable solicitations upon any public street commencing January 1st, 2017.
Second.
A recent opinion of the Michigan Attorney General issued July 26, 2016, finds that on-street solicitations are a violation of the State Motor Vehicle Code. This comports with City Ordinance 21.205A, which provides, "It shall be unlawful for any solicitor or canvasser to block, impede, or otherwise interfere with the normal flow of vehicular or pedestrian traffic upon a public street, alley, sidewalk, or other public area within the city." Based upon the Attorney General opinion and the city ordinance, administration recommends that commencing January 1st, 2017, the city no longer allows civic and/or charitable solicitations upon any public street.
Okay, questions, comments?
I'm good.
Roll call.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
9D, approve purchases and payment of invoices. Need a motion?
I move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Support.
Are there any questions? Seeing none. Roll call, please.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Okay, consent agenda.
Move. Motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Roll call.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menser,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Okay, city managers report.
Nominations are now being accepted for the Mount Clemens Local Treasure Award. This award was established in 2012 to provide recognition to the men and women of our city who have made Mount Clemens a better place to live through exemplary positive contributions. Nomination forms are available in the city manager's office at City Hall or on the city's website at www.cityofmountclemens.com. Applications will be accepted through Friday, December 16th, 2016. Advancing the Comb has partnered with many area organizations to create a positive community impact by putting kids on bikes. The City of Mount Clemens will participate in this first ever countywide East Side Bike Drive campaign. Together with local and regional businesses, this coalition will be collecting bikes throughout the fall of 2016 to give away in the spring of 2017. Anyone who would like to be part of this campaign through financial support, bike donations, or volunteering to help assemble the collection of bikes can contact Melissa Roy at melissa@advancingmacomb.com or at 586-651-0055. Bike donations can be brought to City Hall, located here at 1 Crocker Boulevard, Monday through Friday during normal business hours, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. There will be a Columbus Day Parade on Saturday, October 8th, 2016, beginning at 9 a.m. on Main Street from Robertson to Market Street. Main Street will remain closed until approximately 1 p.m. when the parade concludes. The Mount Clemens Fire Department will hold their annual open house on Sunday, October 9th, from 12 p.m. until 4 p.m. Please come and enjoy cider and donuts, fire equipment demonstrations, pumpkin carving, and more.
Any questions, comments? Okay, commissioner comments. Commissioner Campbell.
I don't have any tonight.
Thank you. Commissioner Hill.
Well, here we are in October already, one of my favorite months. And as Mrs. Stevenson mentioned a few minutes ago, on November 8th, we will elect a new president. In addition to voting for the President of the United States, we will be voting for candidates for a variety of other offices and other issues. Please take the time to be informed about the candidates and issues and be sure to vote. And for those who are not registered to vote, as Mrs. Stevenson said, there's still time. October 11th is the last day. You can register, so don't put it off. If you don't vote, you hand that decision over to other people to make, and they may or may not have the same concerns you have. Recently, at the City Commission had a meeting with Mr. Blair Solover, I probably didn't pronounce that right, of F&P Operations regarding a capital improvement plan for the city's water system. One of the problems he mentioned, not in the regular meeting, but before the meeting when we were talking about safe drinking water, one of the problems he mentioned was people flushing prescription drugs down their toilets. This water is returned to Lake St. Clair after being treated. As I understand this process, there is no treatment to remove drugs from the water. Eventually, this water is recycled into the water we use every day for drinking, bathing, washing dishes, etc. So we need to be very careful about what goes into the water. In short, please do not flush unused prescription drugs down the toilet. If you have unused prescription drugs, please turn them into a place where the drugs can be disposed of safely. On Saturday, October 22nd, the Mount Clemens Coalition for Youth and Families will host just such a collection at Wilson Gym, located on the corner of South Wilson and Church Streets. You can take unused prescription drugs there between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., and you can be sure the drugs will be kept out of our water and landfills. Be sure to enjoy the cooler autumn air and the changing colors of the leaves. This is a beautiful time of year with lots of activities to enjoy. Have a good evening and a great week.
Thank you. Commissioner Crop.
I've had a couple of residents who have come up to me and asked me about the Church Street project, and so I went and did a little bit of looking around, and they were concerned that some of the parcels that were replaced in the road, they were right next to existing patches of asphalt, and so their concern was why weren't those replaced as well? And that's definitely not something I could answer at that point. So if maybe by next one, or I don't know, Jeff probably has an answer now, so I just thought.
Unfortunately, when we received that grant, we only received so much money and had to basically do the worst parts and do the best that we could with the money we had available.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. Very good.
I
Thank
would
you.
have preferred to redo the whole road and do a total reconstruct, but that I had to work with the money that I had available.
Of course. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clarify that for everyone. Also, the Mount Clemens Fire Department, I'm looking forward to their open house next Sunday on the
9th.
Thank you, the 9th, forgot the date, from 12 to 4. I'm planning on attending with my family Tuesday, October 11th and Saturday, October 15th. I am hosting my Commissioner Coffee Talk at 9:30 in the morning at John's Family Grill, and would love for a ton of people to attend. That would be nice. And that's all I have today.
Thank you. Commissioner Menser.
So I wanted to give a congratulations to Selfridge Air Force, Selfridge Air National Guard Base, where the 127th Wing was awarded the Meritorious Unit Award by the U.S. Air Force for its performance both in and its support of combat operations. It was also presented with the Carl A. Spatz Trophy, signifying it as the top National Guard flying unit in the nation. The 127th Wing is comprised of approximately 1,700 airmen, and it flies two different aircraft, the A-10 Thunderbolt II and the KC-135 Stratotanker. Selfridge has been a good neighbor and partner to our city, and so I'd like to honor the 127th Wing and say thank you for your service. I want to remind all veterans that the Michigan Veterans Trust Fund is available to help with emergency expenses like utility bills, home repairs, and mortgage assistance. You can apply for assistance online at michiganveterans.com, or you can visit the Macomb County Department of Veterans Affairs over on Dunham Road. They'll be happy to help you with that. Seasonal flu vaccines are available at the Macomb County Health Department in Mount Clemens from 8:30 to 4:30 Monday and Thursday, and 8:30 to 6:30 on Wednesday. If you have Medicare B and Medicaid, those will cover it. Some insurances will cover it. And if you have no insurance at all, it is a $20 cost. And also, I wanted to let you know that Michigan State University Extension has put together a 6-week workshop designed to provide skills and tools for people with diabetes so they can improve their health and manage their systems. It runs from 9:30 to noon Mondays starting November 7th, with registration required at 1-800-852-7795. Diabetes is becoming much more prevalent. It has touched my family. My stepmother's dad has now lost both of his legs to diabetes. And so these educational classes, I think, are good not just for the person who has the diabetes, but for the rest of us that end up helping and dealing with that on a regular basis. Those are my comments tonight.
Thank you. Commissioner Button.
Okay. Today is the first day of Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish festival of New Year. It is celebrated, is a celebration of the creation of Adam and Eve. It consists of 10 days of penitence, culminating in Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the Jewish year, a day of feasting and atonement. Happy Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur to all that it may apply. Please mark your calendars for October 22nd for the Mount Clemens Community Coalition for Youth and Families semi-annual Drug Take-Back Day. I think Commissioner Lois Hill already mentioned this, but I wrote it, so I'm going to read it anyway. In coordination with the National Drug Enforcement Administration, we will be hosting our semi-annual Drug Take-Back event at 58 South Wilson Street in the gym. The event will take place from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, October 22nd. And if I mentioned it again, October 22nd. We encourage you to bring all your unused and unwanted drugs to the gym to have them properly disposed of. This way, they will not get into the ecosystem and into the soil, so that our health is being preserved. For further information, you may contact me, Roger Bunton, chairperson, or you can, if you're interested in joining our efforts to prevent and reduce substance abuse in our community through education and awareness activities, you may join us as we meet every fourth Wednesday, except November. We're not meeting on the fourth Wednesday of November. But anyway, at the Mount Clemens Community Schools in their multi-purpose room, which is across from the main office. Please spread the word. We have some flyers here in the front. If you would like to take one to remind yourself of the fact that we are having this take-back event, you may take one of those. If you can take one for your church or for any place that you can possibly post them. This is a really important thing to do, and as Commissioner Hill also said, that once these drugs get into our water system, there's no filtration, there's no way to get them out, so we end up ingesting those, and that does not do well for our health, and especially as senior citizens end up having to ingest those. And next I'll go with Commissioner Wisdom. If you are blessed to be more fortunate than others, it is better to build a longer table than to build a taller fence. And with that, I got to give you the source. I don't know this source. It was from the internet.
Must be true.
With that, I'll say good night.
Commissioner Ford?
I have a couple of questions for Mr. Tingley and Mr. Woods. Who do you report to when there's a busted fire hydrant or a damaged fire hydrant?
Fire department. I don't know.
It's the utilities department.
So that'd be the DPW.
No, that's separate.
Water.
Water and sewer utilities.
Water.
Water and sewer department.
Okay. Next question. About a month ago or 2 months ago, a young lady came in here complaining about the contractor that worked on her sidewalk. She thought that he took some slabs out that were perfectly good. Whatever happened to that situation?
I think it was determined that those slabs met the state requirements for slope, but did not meet the federal.
No, this was not a slope. This was not a
But
slope.
did not meet the federal.
No,
No, that was-
nope.
Yeah, I mean, without knowing the address, I wouldn't want to speculate.
Okay. That's it, Tim.
Okay, thank you. The fire department is looking for donations for their cakewalk on Sunday. So if anybody would like to drop off any cake or cupcakes or any kind of baked goods to the fire department for the children's or adults, I guess, can get into it too, the cakewalk, they would greatly appreciate that. And just a reminder that October, some of you are wearing your purple ribbons, is Domestic Violence Month, and we just want to make everybody aware there were over 6,762 domestic violence reports in Macomb County alone. So it's out there, and we just want everyone to be aware of it and support Turning Point. They have a number of events that are coming up throughout the month of October, and I'm sure they'd be more than happy to let you know what they are. I know they had the walk already for the Tara Grant Walk. That was October 1st at Freedom Hill. And I think they have a few other activities coming up, and if you can contact them at 586-463-4430, they'll be more than happy to tell you what you can get involved in. I think that's it. So with that, I'd like a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Dempsey?
Yes.
Ford? Hill?
Yes.
Crop?
Yes.
Menster?
Yes.
Bunton?
Yes.
Campbell?
Meeting adjourned.